Welcome back. This is week 3 of looking at our nervous system through the lens of a relationship. So if you are watching this on YouTube, can you please share, subscribe, like? I'm trying to grow this audience because I want to give some value, some free content away to people that might be struggling, that can't afford to work with me on a one-to-one basis. So if you think about like what we're doing over these 4 weeks, on the first week we looked at reactivity versus reality. So how our nervous systems react to past traumas, and we perceive the situation as an attack on us, and how we deal with that. Then we looked last week at taking some responsibility for that. So being curious about just the reality of what's going on. And then now we're going to take this another step further and look at connection. And what do we need for connection? Well, we need capacity, don't we? We've already looked at, like, if we don't have much capacity, then our nervous systems will keep reacting to past traumas. Building the courage to stay present. When all we want to do is react, when we're starting to get overwhelmed. So why you keep pulling away even when you don't want to? Why do we do that? Why do we keep responding or reacting to past traumas? So stop blaming and start building. So starting to take radical responsibility for our behaviour. So we're going even deeper. We're going into the space you usually run away from. What does that look like? The moment when you disconnect, the part of you that avoids conflict, hides your truth, or shuts you down because your body says this isn't safe. How can we start to look at that through more of a curious lens? I'm sure you've all had experiences in the past where you just keep reacting to something, where you keep on setting your partner up to fail because they don't even really know what's going on for you. So this is the week when we start to take radical responsibility, when we start bullshitting ourselves and face the hard truth. You can't build deep relationships without the capacity to be vulnerable. As men, we struggle with that because we've been told that we need to just kind of be strong and we need to keep carrying on. Capacity, that's not a mindset thing. The mindset comes afterwards. Mindset is absolutely vital, but it comes afterwards. We have to work on our nervous system. Our capacity to feel safe. Our capacity that when we start to feel comfortable, that we don't disappear. Let's be honest, we all want connection, don't we? But when things get too intimate, too uncertain, too raw, we shut down, we pull away. You start to manage their emotions. You start to people please. Or you just shut the whole thing down. Cause an argument to get out of there. Fight, flight, which one is it? What is yours? And the wild thing about this is, it's not weakness, it's protecting. What we're trying to do is protect ourselves. But what are we trying to protect ourselves from? Past experiences, past patterns. Maybe we had experiences where our parents weren't present. where they struggle to parent. They struggle to manage their own emotions while parenting. So what impact did that have on you? That's not your script. That's not your story. This is now about taking radical responsibility. How does this show up for you now? How do you regulate whilst being in a present mind to be able to do some work with that, challenge those limited beliefs? You learn to protect your body, your emotions, your safety, but the strategy you built to survive isn't helping you thrive now. It's not working. So here's some questions for you that I've written down here. Where do you notice yourself managing others instead of expressing your truth? Be aware of that. Where do you notice yourself protecting other people? Managing their emotions. Where do you say yes to keep the peace, not because you meant it? I asked you that question last week around before you say yes to everything. Have a look at your capacity. Do you have the capacity to do this, or are you just doing it just to keep the other person quiet? Familiar pattern. Is that a familiar pattern for you? What would happen if you stopped doing that? What would it give you? Might be really uncomfortable, mightn't it? Generally brings up guilt. So this is a bit of my story. People that have worked with know that I will, when I'm coaching, I will give my experience because it's real. Not because I want validation for it or anything, but just to know that I've been through this and come out the other side, and I still have day-to-day challenges. So when I moved into this house, been in it a year now. From the outside, it looks amazing, like, beautiful house. But it was probably one of the most challenging times of my life, because for the first time in my life, I've been in a relationship where the other person wasn't dependent on me. They were very independent. They didn't need me for anything. Very, very, very strange dilemma for me. I'm in a relationship where the other person is not dependent on me. Really, really wobbled me. So therefore, why was she in a relationship? Therefore she wanted me for me. Not what I could do, not what I could provide. And I hated it because it was really it was uncomfortable because it wasn't familiar. That's all it was unfamiliar. So therefore it was really uncomfortable. It triggered a deep part of me. If I'm not needed, then maybe I'm not wanted. That was the edge of my capacity. That was the vulnerability I had to face. And do you know what? I am so grateful for it. It was probably, as I said, it was probably one of the most uncomfortable parts, really testing time of my life. This week is about you finding your edge and staying with it. The real reason you avoid conflict. You think that you're avoiding conflict because you're being kind, but you're avoiding the discomfort of seeing someone else upset and feeling powerless. So what would have been the consequences of that growing up? The other person was upset. How would that have impacted you? Maybe you had to do that growing up, but it's costing you now. This is quite challenging. These 4 workshops. It really gets us to have a look deep. You can't build love without truth, and the truth feels risky when your nervous system isn't ready for it. So when it's new, it's uncomfortable. This is about building relational capacity to tell the truth and stay, to disappoint someone and breathe, to stay present in the tension and not reach for the old escape hatch. Let that sink in a bit. To be vulnerable, to be uncomfortable. What's that like? So I've got some prompts for you. Where does discomfort equal danger in your system? How does it show up in your body? What are the first warning signs? Thinking about when I was talking about using your body as a smoke alarm. What's the first signal that it gives you that you've got danger in your system? What part of you believes that conflict ruins connection? Challenge that. I hear it all the time. I don't like conflict. Conflict is a healthy part of a relationship. Having a difference of opinion with the other person, having a different interest, having a different something. What's one place in your life where truth could create intimacy, not destroy it? Think about your own vulnerabilities. Think about what I just spoke to you. So that created an intimacy. That created a deeper connection between me and my partner. Because it allowed me to go somewhere where I've never been before. This is the week that we build the muscles that let you stay, even when your body wants to bolt. The growth is in the stretch, tension. That's not mindset, that's regulation. That's nervous system mastery. That's what we do inside my group. We work with mastering your nervous system, working with mindset, and working with creating a compelling future. So, how do we rewire this pattern? So we're moving from, now we've got an insight, we now need to move to action, don't we? From unconscious protection to intentional connection. Unconscious patterns, we're now being aware of them, so we now need to intentionally connect. We need to go down that alleyway that is fucking scary. What do you do when it gets too much? What's your pattern? You feel misunderstood, unseen, or under pressure. Your heart rate rises, your stomach flips, and before you know it, you're snapping, avoiding, fixing, or pleasing. That's not just how you are. That's very defeatist and quite victim-led. That's your nervous system reaching for safety. Here's some questions for you. So, what's your go-to behaviour when you feel unsafe in connection? Do you get aggressive? Do you shut down? Or do you run away? Or do you people please? There's 4 different things here. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Have a think about it. I know this is tough. This is really, really deep stuff. What's the physical signal you tend to ignore until you're overwhelmed? Tight shoulders, tight jaw, heart racing, tight chest. What is it? What if those signals were your doorway to regulation, not something to suppress? So this is it. This is your warning system. It's letting me know something. Is it that I've just burnt the toast? Or is the house on fire? I doubt the house is on fire. It's just an old pattern. So challenge it. Sit with it. It's okay. Sit with the discomfort. Create the micro pause. This is the most important tool I can give you today. A micro pause. 3 seconds. That's it. Between trigger and reaction. Sit with this intensity and this discomfort. Literally count to 3. Feel. Where is the tension in your body? Is it there in your chest? Ask, is this fear or is this the truth? That's the toast or the house burning down. What's the smoke alarm going off for? Be curious. Go and investigate. Investigate. What's going on in here? Is that like, what is this reality? Or is this my nervous system playing fuckery with me? What would regulated me say or do right now? Going back to Trainergate, what I really, really, really wanted to say or needed to say was, actually, I don't really have time for this right now. If you let me come back off the call, I will take care of it. That's it. Wasn't being attacked. All that was getting asked was a question. I could have done this with my smelly trainers, couldn't I? She wasn't attacking me. My nervous system thought she was. If I had paused and named it, none of this would have happened. I've just explained it. All I needed to do was put my foot on the brake just for 3 seconds. Actually, babe, I'm so sorry. I really don't have the capacity for this right now. I've just got to jump online and then I will do it. I'll take care of it, promise. So, got some truth bombs here for you. I want you to say these out loud or write them down. My triggers are mine. They're not my partner's punishment. That stings, doesn't it? Even going back to Trainergate, what did I do? I attacked her, shouted at her and threw my trainers out the door like a brat. Being needed is not the same as being loved. That one hurts. And look at this one. She's not my ex. My nervous system just doesn't know that yet. Why are you treating your partner like your ex? Because she soon will be if you carry on, or that he will be if you carry on treating them like that. This is how you build relationship safety. You regulate and then you relate. So, I've got a commitment challenge here for you. This week, what are you going to do? Before you say yes, pause. Before you react, pause. Before you disconnect, pause. These are the micro check-ins. How am I? How much capacity do I have? Am I about to choose from safety or urgency? Then choose. Regulate. This is the path to a deeper connection. Promise you, your relationships will change so much. Do me a favour, let me know. If you're brave enough, let me know in the comments. So next week will be the last week of this and then we go on to something else. Again, let me know in the comments what you want me to create some training over. Little 15, 20-minute trainings every week. Take care.